What's good, YouTube? It's Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to y'all with another video. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. If you want a t-shirt, you can message me on Facebook. I got different type of logos and images. You can get any color shirt, or you can change the logo on the shirt. Just message me on Facebook if you're interested. Let's talk about Shai Gilgeous Alexander, a guy that's 6'6", that can get to that basket and finish. He has the length. He has enough athleticism, and he can handle the ball very well at that position, can improve, but he does enough to where he can clear space and punish the defender for either going under the screen or not going under the screen. But once he gets that running start, especially if he's going downhill, which is from the top of the key all the way to the basket, he's virtually unguardable, especially depending on if you got a bigger or a shorter guy on him. He's going to finish, as you see right there. He doesn't need that much space to get that length off and get to that basket, whether it's soft around the rim or just like here blowing right past somebody and just scooping it in for an easy layup. Shai Gilgeous Alexander is highly impressive. And you see right here, he gets that running start and then blows right past the defender, switches the other hand to guide into the basket. And he has another play right here where he's coming quickly, passes it, stop and pop jumper. He's a decent ball handler. He's a solid passer. He makes the easy reads most of the time. As you see right here, he sits the screen, lobs it up to his teammate. Nice pass, soft touch, and he was able to catch it. This is in high speed transition, makes the pass, difficult pass, especially when you going 2-on-1 with that pass, and he was able to split both of them, get it. This is another pick and roll where he draws the attention, they wall him off, and he finds the open guy for a layup. This one is creating his own shot, but he finds a shooter open, which is going to be what he's going to do with Danilo and Patrick Beverly in those corners. They're going to be able to knock down those three since he can play the 1 or the 2 and possibly the 3. Here's a pass in high speed, octane possession. He ends up finding the open layup again. He gets the screen. His teammate rolls to the basket. He's able to use a floater slash jump shot to shoot over smaller defenders. You're going to see that a lot from him. This one, he gets high speed again, able to slow down and control and get a stop and pop jumper. He's going to have to make that. That's going to be his bread and butter a lot. Here he gets the screen, gets some space, clears the space. I think that was a flop, but he knocks down the elbow jumper again. He's going to have to rely on that. I'll talk about that later. Here he gets the screen, gets some space. They sag off of him, try to wall him off to force him to shoot. And here they go under the screen, and he gets a set feet, spot up 3, something that he's going to continue to add to his game and have to work on if he really wants to be a superstar player on the offensive end. My final thoughts, Shai Gilgeous Alexander is a guy that when I personally was at Summer League and I got to see him up close, he looked at very, very good, getting a 17-point game in a 20-plus game, averaging 19 points a game and 3 assists in Summer League. Not the biggest numbers, not the best numbers, but it was a confidence builder. He showed that he can still get to the basket against quality defenders. Even though they don't play much defense at Summer League, they still have that size. They still have that athleticism that he's going to have to go against in the NBA because most of them are college graduates or even undrafted guys that came from college or even guys that's trying to make it into the league. So he's still shown that even though he was an elite guy, in college, and he was able to get to the basket on that level, he might still have a lot of success on getting to the basket in the NBA, especially when he has upgraded talent compared to college and summer league on an NBA roster. That's something that he's definitely had to fix, and he's going to have to continue to get better at that because it's only going to get tougher. As you've seen in summer league, they ended up walling him off, forcing him to take floaters, forcing him to take jump shots, and they're going to force him to take those three-point shots by going under the screen. And if he's not going to knock down those three-point shots, it's going to be hard for him to consistently get baskets as he's a rookie. His frame is just not there right now. His strength is not at his highest. He's only 6'6", 180. That's actually underweight significantly for your size. So if you 6'6", you want to weigh over 200 pounds. If you 6 feet, you want to weigh about 180, 185, maybe 175, 180. and he's 6'6", so that's 6 inches higher. So he has a lot of room to grow with that body. He has a lot more muscle to add on that body, and his strength and his conditioning. He's not used to playing, 45, 30 minutes, 25 minutes in the NBA. When you're going up and down the court, you're going against physicality, people bumping you, people knocking you around, people moving without the ball consistently, especially at that guard, whether the point guard, shooting guard position. You have a lot of off ball movement now. So he's going to be fatigued. He's going to be tired because he's not in shape and he hasn't been able to play these type of minutes. For him, though, he's not going to have the best rookie year. He's not a guy that you should pick for rookie of the year either, because I don't really see him getting that many minutes. When you see this type of team, you see Patrick Beverly, he's going to get the bulk of the minutes. You still got Avery Bradley, another guy that's a quality guy and one of their better players. So I see him getting a lot of minutes. You still got Milos Teodosic. You got Tyron Wallace. You got Lou Williams, who got a lot of minutes last year. So you have a lot of guards on this roster. That's going to eat up a lot of those minutes. So I think they're going to just bring him in, try to develop him slowly, see what he can offer, see what he can bring to the table, and then focus on improving a lot of his weaknesses and probably even letting him play in the G League, because he's not going to really get that much playing time in the NBA. But don't focus on winning games and trying to win as many games as they can in the regular season, especially with a guy like Doc Rivers and Jerry West. They want to sell high on these players if they play well, like they did with Blake Griffin. And at the same time, they still want to lose, but they still want to go out there and compete and give their fans something to be proud of. And Shai Gilgeous is not physically there yet to be getting significant minutes. His ball handling is not where it should be. His playmaking ain't the best. He doesn't have the best vision. He doesn't make the right reads. He turns over the ball a lot because of his handle, because of his decision making. But he is still evolving and learning this role. Is something new for him. And, I think he'd be better playing like more of an off guard if he can add that jump shot and that spot up three. I think those are going to be the two things that everybody know about Shai Gilgeous Alexander, that he's not a great shooter. And that's something that a lot of players come into the league. They can't really shoot consistently, or they're not very good three-point shooters or even consistent shooters. But you basically hear that every damn person in the draft. He can't shoot, he can't shoot, he can't shoot. So it's not like it's rare that he's 6'6" and can't shoot. It's just the simple fact is most players, when they come out of college or out of high school or even overseas, they don't have the right fundamentals, they don't have the right footwork, and they mostly don't have the jump shot or even play defense. And that's another thing about Shai Gilgeous Alexander. He's not really known as a defender. He doesn't really use his length to get a lot of steals or to get a lot of blocks. He's not the most explosive and athletic guy. He used more of his wit, like he used to get into the paint, so he knows when to finish. He knows when to go between the legs. He just has above average IQ when it comes to being at his skill set, which is getting to the basket. So he mastered that already. He's a slasher. Now it's time to start adding small parts of what he can potentially improve on, which is the jumper, which is getting steals and blocks and trying to play good man-on-man defense and not trying to rely a lot on help. If you got to think about it, he's taller and bigger than most point guards in the league, because most of them is 6 feet to 6'3" mostly. Some of them can be 6'5" depending on the team, and he's still taller than all those guys that's in the league. He's one of the tallest point guards in the league in general. You put him up there with Dante Exum, who's a 6'6" guy that a lot of people was high on, even me, and he ended up getting a long-term contract with the Utah Jazz, but he was able to play at his own tempo, stay controlled, and then he ended up developing that spot up corner three, and that's what Shai Gilgeous gonna have to do if he's not gonna be a dominant pick and roll player. If he's not gonna be a decent spot up shooter, I can see him having a lot of frustrating times trying to get a lot of minutes with all these significant deficiencies. Now, he still was a lottery pick. A lot of people have a lot of respect for him. He was one of my favorite players that I've seen at Summer League because of his maturity, because of his ability not to get frustrated, not to let people in his head. To me, he's mentally tough. And to me, he's more witty. I think it's just more or less polishing up the small skill sets that he has and just expanding more upon that. I think that's going to be his biggest thing, is just working better on his handles, getting better with decision making, whether it's getting double teamed, people going underneath screens, just reading the whole defense better. That comes with plan, that comes with experience, and that comes with 1 to 2 years, 3 years in the NBA. The game slows down. You understand the defense better, and you know what they're going to do and how they're going to guard you, and that all comes with experience and watching a lot of footage. So he hasn't played one NBA game yet. He hasn't won against no teams besides the summer league. So for summer league, he did pretty well. But in the NBA, I see him getting not that many minutes, and I see him really starting to show his true colors probably in year 3. To me, he's more of a project. He has to get a lot more stuff done before he actually can even show potential of being the star. Now in summer league, it was a little misleading, but he's still shown that he can do what made him a lottery pick, and that's passing, making easy reads, getting to the basket, knocking down jump shots from time to time, and I think that spot up three gonna really help him if he's able to develop. He can play that three. He can play that two position and let people like Lou Williams create shots for him. And if he can knock down that spot up three, it should expand his longevity in the league, because that's where the NBA is going. Guys that can play multiple positions, guys that can handle the ball, and guys that can shoot the three. And he only really can handle the ball at this point. So once he get better on his decision making in his spot up three, he can be a guy that can play the 1, 2, and possibly the three, because he is only 20 years old, so he can still grow to 6'7", 6'8", and then he would be able to play three positions and possibly four if he bulk up a little bit more. He probably can play small ball four, and that's going to even make his NBA career even longer, especially if he can knock down that three ball, because then they can have him play in multiple lineups. They can have him play big, small, and the more lineups, the more versatile you are, the more money you will get, the more playing time you will get, and that just make you more of a value high commodity, which means you're gonna get more money. So I think Shai Gilgeous, I think he just a guy that's a project. It's gonna take him a couple years to develop. He just need to work on the small fundamental things with the footwork, knowing where his defenders at, building chemistry, and I think that's what he should basically work on his rookie year, getting to know his teammates, getting to know their hot spots, getting to know where they want to be out on the court, running plays, learning plays, and then just filling out the rest of his game as seasons go on, filling out his body, making the better decisions, and his playing time should continue to increase. And with his increased playing time comes experience. With experience comes basketball IQ, and I think eventually he'll figure it out. I just don't see him being a major contributor on a team like this Clippers team right away, and I don't really see him getting that many minutes these first 2 seasons. And as they start aspiring contracts, and as they start seeing improvement, they're going to start upping his playing time, and he can possibly become a solid starting point guard or shooting guard in the NBA. But I don't think he's at that level right now, and that's why I think that he wasn't as high as a draft pick as he might should have been, is because he has a lot of potential, but he can't really contribute, kind of like a DeAndre Ayton, like a Luka Doncic right now. And that's mostly because you got to polish up on a lot of the skills. So let me know what you guys think about Shai Gilgeous Alexander. Do you think he'll be a bust? Do you think he's going to be a star? Do you think he's going to be a superstar? Do you think he's going to be the next big thing? Do you think he was overrated in the draft, underrated? Do you think people sleeping on him in the draft? Jerry West is a guy that knows talent when he sees it. He knows how to get the right development. He knows what he needs the player to work on. He's a guy, even Doc Rivers, he gets the best out of his players. He put them in a lot of positions where they can succeed. Austin Rivers looked at phenomenal last year. DeAndre Jordan he looked at phenomenal. Lou Williams had his best season in the NBA. And if Doc Rivers can get the best out of this guy, which I think he will. Shai Gilgeous can be a 16, 5 assist guy, maybe even a 25 and 5 guy. Maybe not right away, like I said, but in the future, this guy is going to be a versatile guard that can play one or the two and possibly the three and give you valuable minutes while playing multiple positions and being able to switch on multiple players. And I don't think he's going to become an elite level defender, but I think he can become respectable, which isn't that difficult to do if you really want to do it. And I think that's going to push him if he really wants to get minutes, if he really wants to break through. I think that's going to be his thing. I'm not saying he's going to be a 3-and-D player. I don't think that's his game. His game is the pick and roll. His game is getting to the basket. But if you want to keep the defense honest, you have to be able to knock down that mid-range 15-footer and below and some floaters, and you also got to have some threes. So as he continued to expand his game and continue to add more moves and more ways to score, more variety, more weapons in his repertoire, I think that's going to help him stay on the court even more, because then they can put him in multiple positions, they can put him in multiple actions, and they can run multiple plays. And his ability to do that in summer league shows that he has potential to be possibly a 25-and-5 guy. He came close to doing it in summer league, and he was basically raw, and he didn't have a jump shot, and he couldn't really hit a three to save his life. I think 2-3 from years from now, he gonna look back at his summer league and his college footage and laugh like, this is how I used to shoot, this is how I used to play. Now I'm a solid defender, and now I'm a versatile combo guard that can play multiple positions but also impact the game in multiple ways, and possibly can be a two-way player if he really works really hard on the defensive end, which he's not really that much of a defender right now. So at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think about Shai Gilgeous Alexander in the comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. If you want a t-shirt, message me on Facebook. I can change the color of the t-shirt. I can change the color of the logo. Just let me know if you want one, how you want it, and I can get it shipped out to you. Thanks for the support, and continue to like on Facebook and continue to watch my videos, and I appreciate it. And if you're new, check out my older videos. I think you'll enjoy them. I do a good job. And if you a loyal subscriber, I appreciate you for riding for me. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, signing out. And let me know if you guys think Shai Gilgeous Alexander, will he be a star? Will he be a superstar? Or will he be a bust? Let me know.